guys, welcome. I am Tammy Hodges. I'm with Polka Dot Wreath Company. I'm also known as Coach Tammy here at Deco Exchange. Okay, y'all. So tonight, what I want to make with you is a Shamrock door hanger that I actually got this on clearance last year for 90% off, and I bought a bunch of them. So I got it for $1, which is crazy pants, but I did. And I'm going to show you how to take this little guy, and I'm not going to cut this off. Sometimes I do, but on these little door hangers, I am absolutely not going to cut this off. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this in less than 10 minutes, unless you're like me and you get to talking, which, you know. If you know Tammy Hodges, I don't get to talking. Okay, so what I love about these stems, look. Hold, please. These particular bushes split, and you gotta just baby them a little bit because those flowers want to be a little contentious. They split in 3 areas. So all I'm doing is I am just going to cut this. So I'm going to take my paddle wire, my floral wire, which is 26 gauge, and I'm going to do something that most people don't do. You can either zip tie this or you can just twist it. Because these stems were a little bit wispy, I wanted to go ahead and just paddle wire it. And I'm not going to make it more complicated than what it needs to be, because I am going to zip tie this on. But before I do that, I have this stem. I don't know where I got it. I don't know where it came from. I don't know anything about it. I've had it in my stash for years. I've had several of them, and I'm down to my last little bit. So I am actually going to use it on this. And I just want a little something for maybe an apartment door, or maybe a dorm room door, or maybe you have double doors and you could use these. Okay? I am actually wanting to put the glitter behind the pretty. I totally turned that around, didn't I? There, I'll just twist it back around. The prettiness of those flowers. Okay, so I want that glitter behind the prettiness of these flowers, the 60919 flowers. Okay, all right. So we are going to go right down through the guts. These things are so fun to do this with. It's just a grapevine. It just goes right down through there. See it? It's kind of like sewing. And then you're going to go right back up. So that's how I would attach it. Super simple, nothing fancy, right? We are going to make them 3D. We're going to pull them away. Just something right there, okay? I'm going to be making a funky bow, a miniature funky bow with this, okay? So I'm not going to do 26 inches. I'm going to do about 24 inches. So you cut your tails about 24 inches. 24 to 26 for this size of project. I wouldn't go bigger than that. And I'm going to cut 6 of them. Okay? Just a little bit of glitz. So we're going to measure this out about, and we're going to do 2 of these as well. That one's a little bit longer, and that's okay. All right, so I'm just going to take this 26 inch, 24 inch. I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to wring its neck. Depending on how big you want the loop, it can be big, or you can come all the way up here and make it small. On these funky bows, it's whatever you want to do. I like to make them about 5 to 6 inches. I'm going to twist its leg, or kick its leg up, twist your butt. You want 2 pretty printed sides. Did y'all see how I did that? You fold this in half, okay? Fold it exactly in half. Come down about 5 inches, pinch it. And then you take this leg and you kick it up. And then you twist your booty around. That way you have two pretty printed sides. Okay, and now I'm going to alternate colors. I usually do 3 to 6 colors depending. Now this next loop is going to be a little bit bigger, I think. Same exact thing. You turn that around. You got to keep a hold of them though. If you don't have good hand strength, do this on the Easy Bow Maker because now I'm going to make a smaller loop. Just like that. And then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to make this loop even bigger because I want that shamrock to be. And now we have this gold one just for that little bit of shimmer. We're going to make it smaller. And listen, if you want them all to be the same height, you can do that. I just like to make mine graduated. So then I'm going to do this one again in a bigger one in the back. Come down about 5 or 6 inches, kick her leg up, twist her butt around, and I'm going to stick her right there. All right. So now we have this little funky bow that we're going to be able to place right there. But before I can place anything, I need a zip tie her. Okay, so there's that. And then I like to zip tie all my bows. So I go in behind it and tighten her up a little bit more. Pop goes the weasel. Okay, so then I just fluff my tails up a little bit. And then here in a minute, once I get this on the design, I'm going to go through and I'm going to Edward Scissorhand her tails. Right now, I'm just kind of babysitting them and telling them the babysitter's coming. You just got to wait for a minute. And these are all different lengths. And if you don't want to dovetail them, you really don't have to. These ones are really fun. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with these. So I'm going to come right on top of that zip tie, back up through the back of that woven grapevine, see it? Clip it at the quick, at the base, and then you're going to have these really quick, fun tails that you can do a couple of things with, okay? So what I like to do with these little short and stubby ones that remind myself of me is I create some little flyaways. And I usually do them with a couple of different prints. Like this one is the polka dot, this one is the shamrock. I'm going to go in there and just create some fun little flyaway short tails. Okay? And I'm also going to do that down here. And then I just go through and I dovetail the rest of them. But watch what it looks like after I do this, because it creates this illusion of almost like a firecracker bursting out at you. That's what I like about cutting the tails like that. Number one, we're using really good ribbon from Deco Exchange. So, and then cut that a little bit shorter. And that way, the bow does not overwhelm the project, but it's still super cute. It can hang on a door and it will just be adorable. Isn't that cute? If you wanted to do this in a more whimsical fashion, and maybe you wanted a little bit of black and white in there. I'm not gluing these in, but what if? And I'm just jamming those up in the grapevine. But look, isn't that cute with the black and white on it? I like black and white for St. Patrick's Day. Super cute. That would be really, really cute for double doors or for an apartment door. Anything. It'd be so cute.